Okay. Hello everybody, welcome back to English with Mr. French, studying The Lost Thing by Shaun Tan. I hope you've had a good half-term break and you're ready to go again with your learning. We're actually quite near the end of the story now, so we're near the end of this sequence of lessons. We're not quite finished. Now, I'm going to share my screen with you and we're going to straight into the lesson. So, last lesson we left off where Shaun had taken the lost thing to this lost place, full of all lost creatures and lost things. Now, Shaun, the illustrator of the book, revealed that when he created the lost thing, he designed it based on some man-made things and some natural things. The man-made things being a pot-belly stove, pots and pans, an industrial boiler. Natural things, he thought about octopuses, crabs, and even a dinosaur head. And all of those things went into his design. So what I want you to do today, I want you to try to think about which man-made and natural things make up all these lost things in this picture. So I'm going to give you an example. So I've given you a text box and a line at the top of the screen in case you want to copy those, which is what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to copy the text box. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to drag it near to one of the creatures. I'm going to do the same again here with the line. I'm going to copy it and paste. And now I'm going to focus, you'll see, on this creature here. So on my screen, it looks a bit like a pirate ship to me with sails. And it's also got these cogs, perhaps from the inside of a watch, like clockwork cogs. And then here we have some sort of tendril, perhaps from an octopus or a snail, maybe a snail antennae. So in my box, I'm simply going to write pirate ship with sails, clockwork cogs, possibly from a watch, and I'm going to put snail antennae. So that's it. So that's what I think this creature was designed on. And then you would do the same for as many creatures as you can think of. There are tons in this picture. I reckon there's upwards of 30 creatures. So I'm not expecting you to do 30, but do as many as you can. Try to fill your page with boxes like mine. And if I zoom out, you can see there's the first box done for you. Okay, so try and fill the outside of the page, trying to work out what all the little lost things are made of. So as we scroll down for activity 2, I just want you to have a look at this picture of Shaun Tan's sketches of Pete. What Shaun has done is annotated every little detail in this picture. So let me zoom into Pete's head here. And it says he's got a ski jump nose. I love that, a ski jump nose. So it's very sharp and slightly angular. He's got an Adam's apple, which again points out he's got ears almost like little wings. So already we're starting to see that this character, Pete, has lots of sticky outy bits and they're quite pointy. I don't know what that tells us about him. Maybe he's like, maybe he's very slim, a bit bony and pointy. Maybe he moves awkwardly. But here it says he's quite well groomed. He's image and style conscious, unlike Shaun. So this is very important because it shows him contrasting with Shaun's character in the story. Shaun's quite relaxed, chill, doesn't really look after his appearance, whereas Pete takes a lot of pride in his appearance. So those two characters are friends, but they contrast each other. And one of my favourite one is that his knees, there's no real knees. His legs just bend like a posable figure. So Pete seems to move like this, kind of floats around the place, which again shows he's quite relaxed perhaps, or quite awkward moving, depending on how you look at it. Okay, so every little detail has been thought of. Yeah, it's not just that he's got a red shirt, he's got a very particular design on his shirt for a very particular reason. So I want you to look at this sketch of the lost thing. And I want you to annotate this picture just like Pete's picture was annotated. But I want you to take careful consideration into why things were chosen. Now, to help you with that, there's a video at the top of the screen. You can Google Shaun Tan draws the lost thing, or you can click on this link and it'll take you to this video of Shaun drawing the lost thing. So I'm going to share some computer sound with you, and we're just going to watch the first few parts of it.
The lost thing is basically a circle, and a good rule of thumb with any character that you have to draw lots and lots of times is keep it really simple in terms of its fundamentals. So it's a ball with a little kind of top, which was inspired by teapots and pot-belly stoves. These little horns came from a dinosaur I used to love as a kid called a Pachycephalosaurus, which is this dinosaur that had little horns and they'd headbutt each other.
Okay, so I'm going to stop it there. So already we can see that it's a very, very simple drawing. It's just a circle with the top. But it was designed, his thinking behind it was based on those pot-belly stoves you sometimes see out in gardens, particularly in the Mediterranean. But then his head was designed on a Pachycephalosaurus dinosaur. So there's already that mixture there, but it's a very simple design. But already he's thinking carefully about the features and why. So I want you to watch the whole video and then annotate this sketch of all the little things he talks about and his reasons why. And by the end, your picture will look like the picture of Pete with all those annotation ideas. And of course, if you want to add your own thoughts, not just the ones that Shaun reveals, then add those to the picture. Then finally, I want you to design your own lost thing. Now, previously, a few weeks back, you did design your own little lost thing in a little box. However, back then, you might not have thought to combine man-made and natural objects. So that's what I want you to do today with your new lost thing, is to think of man-made objects and natural objects and combine them into a new design for a new lost thing. So once you've settled on your design, draw it on your picture, and then any sketches that you do, I want you to annotate them just like you've done in activity 2. So I want you to tell me about all the little details that you've included and your reasons why, and your page will look like this page, but with annotations around the edge. So if we go back to the picture of Pete, it will look like the drawings of Pete, but with all the little sketch notes around the outside. Okay? I can't wait to see your lost things. I hope you have fun designing them. All right, that's us for today. Take care. Bye.